I have a very special video today and I've compiled different trades where I'm going to show you 28 different price action tips, tricks, and how to find the best entries and re-entries. Let's start very basic and then we will advance step by step. If you like my YouTube videos, you will absolutely love my new trading course. The new course takes my trading videos to a whole nother level. I've recorded over 100 brand new videos. I have included new strategies with exact rules and hundreds of screenshots. The material works on all time frames and all markets. Of course, I also cover risk management, position sizing, strategy development, strategy improvement, trading psychology, and so much more. The link is in the video description, and we currently have a very special promo waiting for you. So when we look at this chart, the first thing that we want to do is look at market structure. Overall, although the market has been in a range, we want to focus on the outer boundaries. So we have a long-term support here, a long-term resistance, but since the price has arrived at long-term support, we want to focus on that. And whenever you see that the price is reaching short-term and long-term support at the same time, this should catch your attention. What we also see is that the market has faked out here the short-term support. What we also can see is that the market is still in the range. So just because we have a fake out, this doesn't necessarily mean that we should jump into a trade. We need a little bit more context. And here is where I always look for patterns. After the market has moved into long-term and the short-term support, how is the market behaving? So we can see a very well-defined resistance and the market keeps rejecting the resistance level. A lot of traders who are premature and who are impatient will jump into the market and then they will be faced with losses because the market is not ready yet. Another thing that we can see on the downtrend here, we can see that the market is still making lower lows. So the market hasn't shifted structure yet. But this changes here. Now we can see this pattern has turned into a head and shoulder where we go from lower lows to suddenly then a higher low. Note that the market still hadn't reached and breached the resistance, but this changes now. And we can see that this is a very strong power shift. We are breaking market structure. And for the first time, we are not only making now higher lows, we are also making higher highs. And when we look at breakouts, and I have a few more examples on good breakouts in this video, we need three things. We need time. When is the breakout happening? Ideally, you want to look for a breakout around the market open. Ideally, you look for a breakout that occurs on London or the New York Open. And also, you want to make sure that the breakout size matters. The bigger the breakout, the stronger the breakout, especially here in this context, which is the third part, the more important and the higher probability the signal is. So only when those three things come together, context, what is the context? Long-term, short-term support with a fake out. Size, we have here time, right? London or New York Open. Only then you're looking at a high probability entry. And then for targets, we can keep it very simple in the beginning and we just target previous swing highs here. So this is the breakout and then the market shot up higher. There's no opposition here and the market very easily moved higher. Second trade example. Let's start with trend analysis. Here we can see the market did come from an uptrend here on the left and then it started here a downtrend. We're looking at downtrend leg 1, impulsive wave 1 here, and then the market enters a sideways consolidation. It is really important that you start to understand how to read those consolidations because we can pick up a lot of clues here about consolidations and whether the price is likely to go up next or to go down next. So when we look at this consolidation, there are actually no bullish signs here. The resistance is holding. We don't see any strong bullish moves. We don't even see fake outs here where the price is pushing above here the resistance. So no bullish signs yet. Then we can see when we look inside the consolidation, we can see that we are making lower highs. Very important point. The price is still within the pattern, so there's no trade trigger yet, but we see that the market is making lower highs. And then once again, the breakout is occurring. When is the breakout occurring? Around London Open, we have momentum, the size is good, the context is great because we are trading into the higher time frame or into the long-term trend direction, which is down. So we are favoring short trades anyway. And again, we have everything coming together here: time, size, and context. And once again, the market is moving lower. One thing that I want to stress here in this video, something that I've seen over the last, especially over the last 12 years since we have done EdgeWonk, where I have analyzed millions of trades and looked into the data from traders who ask us to take a look at their data, is that a lot of traders struggle with holding on to their winning trades. So you might get into a breakout here, the market moves in your favor, and then you suddenly start seeing a pin bar and small candles and suddenly a green candle. And that's where a lot of traders will panic and close their short. There, at this point, there's no sign of bullishness. The market keeps making lower highs. We have occasional small green candles. Never was there any sign of a strong pullback. Never was there a sign that the bears are losing control. So it's really, really important, and I'm willing to bet that most traders, when they look at their data, they are not able to hold trades optimally, and they always cut their winners short. So it's really, really important that you learn this skill. It's one of the most important skills that you can develop. Entry picking is often very straightforward. That's not where traders struggle. Where traders struggle is making sure that they hold their winners long enough. Now let's take a look at another example. We are in an uptrend, right? The market keeps making higher highs and higher lows, but here something is changing. The market is not able to push through this resistance. Let's take a look at this resistance. So first, the market moves into it, has a small pullback, moves back into the resistance, fails again, has a very, very strong sell-off. So it looks like the market is maybe reversing. Then the market is rallying back into the resistance, and the next pullback is strong because you can see the market is now making a higher low once again. So very often, especially after long trends, you will see occasional sell-off attempts. So people who maybe bought down here or along the way here, when they see that the market is struggling, they will take profits, and that is contributing to some short momentum, some bearish momentum. But it doesn't mean that the market is reversing. This doesn't have any other information. It doesn't have a pattern. There's no clue that we should jump on a short trade yet. So we are still looking for long continuations, more or less. We are not looking for shorts at all. And then we see bullishness come back into the market. The level hasn't been breached yet, so it's too early, but it's a first sign that the market is struggling here. And once again, breakout momentum is key. This happened around, it's before the New York Open, as far as I can tell here, maybe right at the New York Open. So we have timing, we have size, and we have context. So a very, very high probability trade. And again, once you can see after the breakout, the market kept moving higher. There was a time where the market is struggling to continue, but it never sold off. Here's no sign that you should exit your trade. There's not a strong bearish sell-off, there's no reversal pattern, and the whole chart context hasn't changed. The market is still in an uptrend. So really, really important that you learn to read consolidations and pullbacks. I am sure this is going to transform a lot of traders' performance once they're able to understand pullbacks and once they're able to sit through those consolidations. Let's take a look behind the scenes of a head and shoulders pattern. There's so much more than just a head and shoulders pattern. So first of all, we can see the market is making higher highs, right? We can see that, but let's take a look at the highs. From here to here, the market made a very, very big push. And then from here to here, the market made a relatively small push. It also took the market quite some time from here to here, even though it just made a small push, it took the market quite some time to advance higher. And the advance wasn't very strong. We continue to look at here the right side of the head and shoulder, and that's where we see weakness. And the right shoulder is here really the key because it shows us not only have we lost momentum here already on the left side, we are now seeing more weakness and the buyers are coming in. The market pushes higher, the buyers are coming in earlier to push down the price. We have here the breakout. Very small candle here, or very small breakout. The candle actually is not that small, but the size of the breakout, we barely close below the last low. So in that case, it's not wrong to wait another candle. You can see we have two inside candles and then a large continuation breakout. So you don't need to jump on the first breakout. Very rarely will the market on the first small breakout pull away. Typically, you get a second chance, and waiting another candle is usually better. But assuming you completely missed this here, the market is coming back. And how's the market retesting the structure? We're coming back into the right shoulder. It's pulling back, but there's no structure change. As soon as the market is reaching here this important level, the momentum is dying down. Look at the last three candles. Strong bullish candle, slightly less strong, doji, and then we have the momentum reversal. This 3 or 4 candle pattern is called an evening star, and it's one of the best reversal patterns that you can find on the market. It is high probability, especially once again with the right context. The context is we have the loss of momentum in the structure and head and shoulder pattern. We already had the breakout. We have the momentum change here, and we have the momentum breakout. So once again, the market is really accelerating away from this level. And then the market is pushing lower, it's accelerating. We do have a green candle here, we have one here, we have one here, but should this scare you out of a trade? Absolutely not. The market hasn't changed anything. This candle simply retests here previous lows as resistance, but doesn't shoot higher. The market takes over another small green inside day, followed by a red outside day. And once again, if you close your trade early here, you're missing the most important part of the trade, and you're cutting your winners short. This is a very, very important pattern that you should analyze. Let's take a look at this chart step by step. We're coming here from a sideways move. The market is really exploding here. Very, very strong bullish candle or bullish candle sequence. Selling off weekly, not very strong. You can see we're not even covering half of this big move. We are moving higher. Then we have another sell-off, but this sell-off is weaker, right? Here we had a pretty big push. Here we have a small push. Overall, we are in a bullish market. So if we don't see selling increasing, we remain on the bullish side. And then you can see the market is really gravitating towards this level here, right? You can see there's a resistance level. The market is really sticking to it. It's not selling off at all. The lows were never broken, and in fact, the lows keep pushing higher. We have a low here, the last low here. We have a structure break, we have momentum, we have context, everything that we need for a high probability trade. And you can see that the market pushes higher, has a pullback, but again, the pullback doesn't even cover half of this previous uptrend. We move higher, make a low, much higher low, and the market continues higher. So as long as there are no structure changes, as long as the market is not giving you a reversal pattern, the bullish trend is uninterrupted. It's really, really important that you learn to read this. And here, some of my favorite pattern, it's a gradual momentum shift. So we're coming from a strong bearish market. The market is pushing lower. We make lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs as well. And then here, we start slowly creeping higher. Higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and higher highs as well. But the market is still overall in this downtrend. What we can see is that the market is pushing back into this resistance. And as soon as the market hits the resistance, it's selling off very strongly. So still a lot of people are here interested in a downtrend. Let's observe how the market comes back to this level once again. This time you can see it's making higher lows. This is what we call the cup and handle pattern. The market is moving into the level here. It's selling off, but it's immediately back here, right? You can see the last 4 candles, very, very strong bullish pressure here. We have a very good breakout sequence, and then you have another pullback. So the market didn't take off right away, but it pulled back once again. Is this a failed breakout? Absolutely not. The market is already putting in higher lows, it's putting in higher highs, and this small pullback hasn't changed that. And we get the retest here confirmed with 2 strong bullish candles. The last bullish candle breaking the previous highs here even, signaling this is a really strong bullish market. The sellers are not able to take this over, and we are looking here at a trend continuation. The market is making higher lows here once again. You shouldn't be scared out of the trade because the market is pulling back every now and then. And that is then how you read the cup and handle pattern.